Welcome to another Self-Love Sunday. I'm your host, Namibia, on this self-love journey. This is the podcast where we talk about love, healing, self-care, and information for inspiration. Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the Self-Love Journey with Namibia YouTube channel and join us on Facebook in the group Self-Love Sundays. Let's get started. Welcome to episode 15 of the Self-Love Journey. Today's topic is mission and vision. Before we get started, I want to make a clear distinction between mission, vision, and values. So when we're talking about our mission, we're talking about action-oriented steps that are our purpose. Why are we here? How do we want to live our life? And when we're talking about our vision, we're simply talking about our goals, what we want to accomplish on our path, on our journey. And then when we're talking about core values, we're simply talking about the beliefs that we're rooted in, and this is the foundation that drives our mission and our vision. Welcome to another episode of Self-Love Journey. I am so excited with our guest that we have here, the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by many names, Brother CEO, Mr. Urban Scholar, Brother Joseph Nash. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely.
Pleasure.
Now this man, let me tell you, he came up with a design, he came up with a company, and you see the gear that he has on, that is fly, the Urban Scholar. My favorite sweatshirt. My favorite sweatshirt. I finally got it replaced. My favorite sweatshirt, you know. Yeah. But so we're here to talk about mission and vision. All right. Now, Sean Carter, Jay-Z, came up with this quote. He said that I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Do you see yourself as a business?
Well, that's a good way to start, because part of my blueprint that I follow is his blueprint. And it's through his music and it's through his action. I watch how he came into the industry. I watch how he formulated his companies, right?
Right.
And they say if it's not broke, there's no need to fix it.
Absolutely.
Right? So he surpassed what the average rapper where they would peak at.
Yeah, definitely. He's
so
a millionaire.
I operate off that same model he does.
Okay.
Hence why I have formulated. I've been had an entertainment company years ago. I started it out here in Philadelphia. It was called High Definition Entertainment.
Okay.
And that was when I signed my son to a publishing deal, because my son's an artist. He's been rocking out since he was about 11, 12. So I wanted to protect him.
Okay.
Right, he was 15 at the time. And fast forward, we didn't really do anything with it. He wasn't ready. So actually Urban Scholar was birthed when I lived in Philadelphia. I attended Lincoln University in 2006. And I attended downtown Philly at the Grass Center.
Okay.
So in that period while I was in school, that's what kind of birthed this name, Urban Scholar, because it's my story.
Right.
So just like Jay-Z tells his story through music. So I said, wow, that's interesting. So how I'm gonna tell my story? I tell my story through my clothing and through my artists, right? So they represent the brand. So I'm definitely a businessman.
Awesome. Now I met you about a few years ago, I think, when you started Urban Scholar.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I'm in my 5th year. So.
Yeah. It's about that time.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of mutual friends, and I saw you on social media, and you were doing what you're doing now, which is consistent. Teaching the people, sharing information about business, about relationships, communicating with people and getting dialogue back and forth. And tell me how that fits in with the Urban Scholar brand.
Well, just like you asked me about Sean Carter. So he's known for freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice when I post my videos, that's my freestyle.
Okay.
And that's how I educate. That's how I represent who I am and who I've become through my personal life experiences. So the Urban Scholar, the urban piece is where I grew up. The Scholar is me achieving my master's in 2009.
Okay.
So I married them two together, and I just tell my story through videos, through pictures, and through my clothes, and through, like I said, through the music with my artists who also represent the brand. So that's really what it's about. I'm telling my story. Nothing I post is scripted. It's just it's a straight out freestyle. So whenever I get a thought, I release it.
Oh, awesome. Okay. All right. So talking about going back to mission and vision, and for me, I identify myself as a business. So I have a mission that companies, they have mission statements and business statements. And I just want to go back to I don't freestyle it. I'm not there yet. I'm one of those artists that write stuff down, and unfortunately I start looking.
That's what real artists do.
So for companies, the mission statement is action oriented, and that you're declaring your purpose and how you service your audience or your clients. And so it answers the question for personal with mission is, how do you want to live your life? So what would be the Urban Scholar's mission?
Well, like on the website, that's what I have here. There's an about us part where it talks about who we are, and it goes into what our mission is. Real in simple terms, the mission is to educate, right? And to promote positivity, right, through clothing. And why? Because I grew up in an urban area where I saw a lot of things that wasn't good, and also saw a lot of great things because I was surrounded by universities, right? And I saw corporate America, which still dominates my city, right? So the mission was, it doesn't matter where you're from or who you are, where you grew up, you could be or do anything you want, right? And I wanted to show the world that. And my goal is to infiltrate the culture. When I say the culture, I mean that urban culture that resonates throughout globally, whether it's Africa, whether it's in Asia, whether it's over in Europe. My goal is to saturate every urban area with that. We're urban scholars. We're not dons. We ain't niggas. We ain't trappers. We ain't none of that. We're urban scholars. We have to return to who we are.
Absolutely, absolutely. We need more of that.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you as a Black man representing the positivity, and not only just representing, but you're spreading it. So it's Urban Scholars, not just a brand, it's a mission, people to support. So it does like advertise, positivity when I feel good when I'm wearing it.
Absolutely.
People look at you a little differently.
That's the
like,
purpose.
Yeah, this is who I am. I am an urban scholar.
I'm an energy person.
Yes.
So I transfer my energy through my videos, through my pictures, and through my clothes, because everybody says that.
Right.
It feels good. Like I have clients. I work. I'm a caseworker for the state, and I give my clients clothes because they're doing things in life. And these particular clients are in college and school and they're excelling. And they said, "You know what, Joe?" I said, "What? They said, oh, those sweaters you gave us. Oh my God, love it. I can't stop wearing it. It feels so good." And they don't understand that I transfer my energy through that.
Okay.
That's my mission.
That's good.
I want you, if you're feeling down when you put this on, you're gonna be like, bam.
Listen, I'm a witness for it.
This
is my favorite sweatshirt.
This is the real deal.
And I tell you, I love sweatshirts, and I support a lot of people. And sometimes you get the sweatshirts and they have little, like little naps that come on Like, I'm hard on my stuff, you know, but that sweatshirt, everything, you know, it's been a long time, like the letters, you know, so.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been a few years. I'm not getting rid of it.
No, you don't
you
get
know,
rid of that.
But I got a replacement, though, and I'll get some more, you know, too, you know.
The value on that thing going to go pew in about 30 years.
Yeah, it'll be classic.
Crazy.
It'll be classic,
yes.
you know, but I do appreciate it. And the material does feel good. It's good quality right here. You got to see it. You got to get your own, though, to really see, you know.
And, you know, a lot of people don't know is my intention was always to be high-end, high-frequency like brand, because why come out with something that's subpar or something that's just okay when that's not who I am?
Right.
So my brand represents who I am. I'm greatness in motion.
Okay.
So everything I touch and everything I do, or just like coming here to this interview is out of respect for you. I really love what you're doing. I'm proud of you.
Oh,
congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, this is a lane that also eventually I'll be in.
Yes.
You know, and you know, I'm really proud of you.
Thank
so
you.
I don't associate myself, my brand, with anything that I don't believe in and support. So
I appreciate
congratulations.
that. I appreciate that. And so I just wanted to recognize you on what you're doing, because I see it as part of the self-love journey. We need to see more brothers doing that is taking their mission and going with it.
Absolutely.
And having it connect to, I'm going to go to this, their core values. But you need to know what your core values are before you start acting on it. Can you talk about that, like core values? Because you mentioned a few things about.
So that's important. I have a program called the Blueprint for Success, because obviously I'm a life coach. I'm a success coach, and I've been doing business consulting for years. And my program is called the Blueprint for Success, and that's one of the things that we do in the Blueprint. We create a 10-year plan, right? And why? Because if you can't see it, right, you won't believe it, and you won't do anything. So we handwrite it, and we address different areas: your personal growth, right, personal relationships, career, right, health, right, and spiritual. Those are the 5 major areas in everybody's life.
Right.
If there's no balance there, you're not full. Right. So what we do is in each of those categories. So say take personal relationships. I'll help you. I'll ask you to write down what your values. And values are simply things that you want. That's all they are. They translate into goals, but people complicate the word value. They don't realize how simple it is. Values are simply things you want. So years ago, I just wrote down what I want. So in terms of personal growth, ask for expansion. So what does that mean? I ended up at Lincoln University doing my master's. I don't have a bachelor's degree. I bypassed that. Right? So once you tell the universe what you want, it's going to give it to you. But you got to write it down.
Right. You can't just, keep it up in the clouds and dream
take
about
action
it.
once you do it.
Yes.
But once you write it into that script, right? When you think about scripture, everything's written.
Right.
And then we take it and bring it to life.
Right.
That's the example.
And another word I heard you mention a lot of times is consistency.
Absolutely.
Right. So you got to follow through. You just
Simple discipline.
Yeah. Every day.
I've had people, when I was coaching people out here in particular, I had one client, she got upset. Because when she paid me, she felt like she lost. I said, what do you mean? You procured my services. What's the problem? I just felt like, I didn't get anything out of it. I said, well, we spent 3 days working on your 10-year plan, something you've never done in your entire life.
Right.
I've counseled you through the process. So now what do you want me to do? Go out and do it for you? See, people have this perception of what a blueprint is.
Right.
And because I'm paying you, you have to do something. I helped you do something you didn't know how to do.
Right.
And I gave you 10 years in front of you. Because we're trained to think back. Oh, when I was 10, this happened.
Right.
We don't think forward. Right? And in our brains, there's this timeline. We have a built-in timeline that people are unaware of. And on the timeline, you can go back and you can go forward.
Right.
But we're not taught this. It's a skill.
Okay.
So I teach people how to do that.
All right.
And that's part of when you do your 10-year plan, you're going forward. You're saying what you want in 3 years, what you want in 5 years, what you want in 10 years. So that's what I teach. That's invaluable.
Okay, so you said moving forward. So is that why you have, I guess, you call it, I don't know if you call it a slogan or a mantra, but you said the future is
So
urban scholar.
every year, because because my brain doesn't stop, I come up with some type of slogan.
Okay.
And there used to be the brand that people love.
I still hear that one.
Yeah, be smart, be urban scholar.
Yes.
And one day I saw this young lady on Instagram. She said the future's woman or something like that. And I was like, what's she talking about? What's she talking about, right? But it went ding, ding, ding. The light went on. And one day I just came out. I said, the future's urban scholar.
Okay.
And it locked in.
What you talking about?
Yeah,
what you talking about?
Because it's all relevant.
Okay.
Right? Because part of what I do is, and I don't really like to tell people what I do because these are my marketing and my psychological techniques that I bring to the table because of my background. If I say that every day, you start to believe it.
Okay. Right.
And if I say it 3-4 times a day, and you constantly go to my video and see it 25 times a day, guess what? You start to believe it.
Right.
I control you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So the goal of this brand is to make the world believe that the future is urban scholar. And I think I might not even come out with another slogan because I don't know how I can expound and expand from that. Because this is my goal, and it's to saturate the culture.
And the culture, currently has been programmed in one way, so it's a reprogramming, a redirection.
That's our mission. That's secretly our mission.
Okay. Right.
It's a hostile takeover of us in the culture. And
us, you see that, urban scholar.
Yeah, I play on that.
Right.
So that's my mission. I feel like that's my responsibility to the world.
Okay. Now, do you work with young people with this? Because I feel like there's young people really need.
My clients, they don't.
This.
I use it with them, but they don't realize that's what I'm doing. So it's nothing structured. I talk to them in a way to help them kind of go into this direction to focus on forward and not what happened to them. Because my clients couldn't be traumatized from their families.
Yes.
So we don't want to re-traumatize them. We want to help them heal.
Absolutely.
So I help them focus on what's going on right now, treatment, right? And we do traditional treatment with them, right? And then I help them come up with a plan. Every 6 months we do a plan anyway.
Okay.
So they have to write down what they want in that plan. So we're already doing that as, the state.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you this question because you are on the SelfLove Journey podcast. What does self-love mean to
I'm going to tell you, at my age now, I'm going to tell you what it means. It means being selfish. It means going after everything I want. It means that everything currently right now is all about me and what I want. And doing the work to make sure that there's nothing inside of me that's holding me back. Love, if you don't understand, because everybody has their own definition of what love is, right? And that's what complicates relationships because you have your own understanding. I have my own understanding. He has his own understanding, right? So, and then there's Webster that none of us look at, right? So I don't even know what Webster says what love is. But what I do know that is love to me is going after everything that's in my blueprint. That's self-love for me.
Right.
So if I'm not actively going after all those things in all those different areas, then I don't love myself like I say I do. Right. So that's self-love to me.
Right. I'm gonna do my spin on it with me with self-love and the self-love journey is that, knowing my core values, I had to discover those values and my mission and my vision and making sure that my actions are in alignment with that. So what I say I value, that I'm actually doing that. Because you can say that you desire something, but if you're not consistent with your actions, then you don't really do that. You're not honoring who you say you are. You're not honoring your values. So for me, self-love, kind of like what you're saying, but I'm going to say it a little different way, is that it's honoring my values and who I am and my mission and my vision, with that.
Wow,
so
that's dope.
What else is coming up for the Urban Scholar? Now, I know you can't tell us everything, there's secret codes and stuff like that, but I want to know as far as events or if there's anything that the people can know about. I know your son is, if you want to talk about your son has a podcast or you want...
Well, we'll talk about that. So I'm a random person. As much as I look organized, I'm very random. that's where the freestyle comes in.
Okay, all right.
Right? It's not staged.
All right.
Like sometimes I'll go on a drought where I just don't feel like doing a video.
Okay.
Right, and I just came out of one. I did a video. I'm going to do a video in a couple of days. I got to do a video.
All right.
Right. So I know in terms of my company where I'm going. Right. It's already written out. But we're working on a fashion show this year.
Nice.
So I'm going to collaborate with someone locally. But what I'm going to do is I want to take my fashion show. Right. I want to create my own. That's my one goal, and to take it on the road to the major cities.
Okay.
Right. So from
Be
Jersey,
here in
Philly,
yes.
we're gonna do New York. Of course, we're gonna do LA. I got the homies out there on the coast,
Atlanta.
and Atlanta. You know, that's our second home.
Okay.
So, and we're gonna look at Houston. So the goal is to take this thing on the road.
SelfLove Journey might have to go, there and
absolutely.
be a part of that.
So that's important. So
Yes.
and and on behalf of the company, we would love to be a sponsor for your podcast, and we can talk about how that looks and how that works. To help support what you're doing, because this is in alignment with being an urban scholar. You're an urban scholar.
I am
So,
indeed. Yes.
And we love to support all endeavors that are related to what our goals and our mission are.
I appreciate that.
So.
I appreciate that. So how do people get in contact with you? How do people purchase the brand?
The best way, the website that nobody likes to go to. Everybody wants to contact me directly.
Yes.
But contacting
That's your energy, because you put your energy
contacting
out there.
me directly only sabotages the process,
Right,
because I can't remember
That's good.
you calling me or sending me a message. Like that's not logical.
Right.
And people probably don't believe it, but I still do everything myself.
Okay.
I don't have any employees.
Okay.
I'm going in year 5, and I'm still everything you see, my hands touch.
Yeah.
So the website is www.urbanscholargear.com.
I'm going to put it up there for the people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the best way, and you can leave a message, and sometimes you can leave details if you don't see colors and things that you want. We will personalize it for you. We're
Yes.
still developing the website. Like I said, I'm a one-man show. Be patient, but we always deliver. And for those of you out there who have Urban Scholar gear and plan on purchasing in the future, please go on Google and leave reviews. Go to our Facebook and leave reviews, because that's where we're lacking at.
Okay.
Everybody loves the brand, but nobody's saying it
I'm
where
guilty.
it counts.
I'm gonna do that.
So we're losing on that.
Right.
But I'm proud to say that we have not had one complaint, and every single review to date has been 5 stars.
Awesome. That's
So,
phenomenal.
We're no game over here.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah. So much success.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the future. And
Likewise.
Thank you. I appreciate you for coming.
It's all my pleasure.
Any last words that you want to say to the people?
Well, you know what I'm going to say, right?
Okay. The future urban scholar.
The future's urban scholar.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
At the end of every episode, I like to leave you with 3 affirmations. These are positive words and phrases to listen to take in, to repeat to yourself, to guide you, to empower you to success as we travel through our self-love journey. The first one, I believe in myself and my abilities. You can repeat this. You can just take it in, listen to it, or you can say it with me. I believe in myself and my abilities. I am dedicated to my self-love journey. I am dedicated to my self-love journey. I am aligning my actions with my mission, my vision, and my core values. I am aligning my actions to my mission, my vision, and my core value. Thank you again for joining me for another self-love journey. I hope to see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Until then, take care.